Hello, Rose. Where are you? You can't be very far.
Hello.
Hello. Happy Tuesday and happy healing through love. How are you?
I'm very well. Yourself?
I'm magnificently magnificent and welcome to the Healing Through Love show. We're here today to increase awareness within the community about providing family and domestic violence survivors with a soft place to land and to offer advice on services available to those survivors and their families.
Yeah, and as well as the Healing Through Love show, we hold annual Pamper Day events for survivors in South Australia and soon to be in Tasmania, where local businesses pay it forward to give our survivors a much deserved day of joy. And each week on this show, we interview experts and survivors who share their personal stories and advice to those who have experienced abuse, no matter where they are on their journey.
I love it. And our Rose is going to just jump off to the side, and our guest is going to join us. But Rose will be back with us at the end of today's conversation. Our special guest today is Amy Hill. Amy is a domestic violence survivor. She's a mentor, sharing her experiences with other survivors to help them relate so they don't feel alone and they feel understood. She has provided unique healing techniques and strategies derived from a variety of tried and tested modalities. Amy, hello, Amy, how are you? She's a mindset empowerment coach, and today she's going to talk about her healing process. Hello, Amy, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm magnificent, Amy. It was such a privilege and a pleasure to spend quality time with you recently at our Pamper Day. It was beautiful to have you in our information room where we had our tea and coffee. It was lovely to be able to share that experience with you. But I'd love to start with, if you're open to having a conversation in this environment with our beautiful listeners about what brings you to this heart space of wanting to be a servant in this area.
Yeah, sure, of course. So, I guess the main driving motivation for me to be in this space is from my experience. So, from my domestic violence experience, it spanned across 10 years, and I found that even after I escaped, that I thought, it would all be fine, but that wasn't the case. So it was quite interesting going through the next few years, and then I found my healing space and really started to heal and come into my own. And the healing techniques that I found that worked for me were incredibly powerful, and I experienced such a shift. And it was really prevalent for other people to notice. Like my friend was actually in hospital, and she commented saying, do you have a new skin routine? Like, your eyes are so clear. So for people to actually comment on that physical change, even when it was like mental work, I felt it within myself, but to have that reaction, I thought, this is really powerful stuff. So I kept progressing through my healing journey, and then I found myself with the opportunity to jump in and actually give back. So I just want other people to have a really enhanced healing journey, just like I did.
It's so beautiful, Amy. And knowing you as I do and spending quality time with you, I can say that you're a very heart-centric human and that you genuinely care for others. And that comes across with the way that you share your information with others and how you guide lovingly and hand in hand through the process of the transformational journey. So I really take my hat off to you and for the work that you're doing in this space. So thank you. And it's not just straight talking therapies. There's lots of things involved in how Amy gets you, and it's very bespoke. So yes, there's a process that it can be used across the border, across for everyone. Yes, and it depends on where you are at, and she meets you where you're at and then guides you through the journey from there. So it's not a cookie cutter approach. It's not a one size fits all. It is very unique style of assisting people working through the journey.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, it's a different sort of form of integrated guided therapy. I offer 2 programs. There's a healing program and a mindset and empowerment program. And I also offer group coaching. So it's a matter of going through these processes, and I work with people, either one-on-one or in the group environment. So I find that they're both really successful, and my clients have experienced some really big shifts as well. Actually, there was one recent really big shift. It was after like their first session in group coaching, and she just felt so empowered. She actually went and shaved her head to show like the new you, like the new her. So it was just so empowering, and that brought a tear to my eye. Just
Oh, I love it.
seeing that, it's incredible.
Well, so the interesting thing is that the hair actually holds memory. So this is why when you become a monk or you become a nun, they shave your head. It's to shave that memory, to get rid of it. So if you really want to step into your new power and you really want to get rid of the past, then yeah, I'm not going to do it. But yes, go for it. Shave your head. That is a physical expression of an internal manifestation. So that's beautiful, Amy. I absolutely love that story. So can you tell us a little bit more about the difference between the 2 programs, the one-to-one and the one-to-many?
Yeah, absolutely. So with the healing program, that's offered both one-on-one and in a group coaching environment. So it's all facilitated through Zoom, which is once a week. And then there's tasks as well. So while we're working on the hard stuff in the sessions, then we've also got a task to help increase the self-worth. So it's doing like both at the same time, the positive and the harder stuff as well. So that is the same approach for the one-on-one and the group coaching. There is obviously a bit of a difference. It's not as tailored in the group coaching, but it allows you to share the experience with other people, and there have been some really incredible bonds between these other people in this lovely group, and it's actually been really, really popular, which is great to see. Then with the mindset and empowerment program, that comes after the healing program. So it's deeper work, and it's just really about connecting with yourself. So once you've actually started the healing process by going through the program, then I find that people are at more of a balanced place where they're able to really connect with themselves deeper. So I help facilitate that.
Excellent. That's fantastic, Amy. It sounds fabulous. In this session that we have today, well, the one thing that our listeners really, really love is tangible takeaways, tools and techniques that they can implement straight away that are going to make a difference to their lives. And we ask everyone every week, what's your number one takeaway that you can help people move forward? Can I ask you that? What would be one tangible tool, technique, or strategy that you could share with everyone today?
Absolutely. So I found for me, when I was on my healing journey, the one thing that I really stuck to and found to be really helpful was the morning routine. So I just found that, it was something that I could stick to, that I had like some control over. And the purpose of it was to work on myself and work on my mind. And that was really important. And I found that it made such a big difference. Don't get me wrong, it's hard to get into like a routine, but once I found that, I was going through the morning routine for a while, I started to notice a difference. And the more that I've been doing it, it's just been a really powerful tool and technique. So the 3 essentials that I find for an empowering morning routine is definitely affirmations. So first cab off the rank, affirmations, because then you're essentially reframing and giving yourself those positive words. And by starting your day like that, I believe you're starting your day right in an empowering position. So having those correct affirmations is obviously works a lot better if they're tailored to you. So making sure that they're meaningful to you. And then, of course, after a week or so, then relook at them and change. So, you're continually checking in and making sure that they're meaningful. The second one is meditation. So I find that to be extremely powerful as well, because the purpose of meditation is to connect with yourself. So whether it be a guided meditation or something you're able to do by yourself, for me, what I found, and I like to share with my clients, is whether you use YouTube or perhaps the Calm app or something similar, Headspace, starting off with a guided meditation so it's not so overwhelming. And then, just finding what works for you. I did guided meditations for 18 months before I progressed with more of a self-meditation. And the idea is just to become familiar with it and to practice it. And then, you will definitely notice a big difference with meditation.
Absolutely. And the third?
Yes. So the third one, which I really love, is journaling. So yes, I love it. It's very, I found this one actually hard to get into myself. I did use some prompts to initially get into it. So I was relying on other people's, like a guided prompt, which I found quite useful just to try and get into like the mood or the mode of how to journal. Because I think it was difficult to try and connect with myself through my own words and seeing it on the paper. So again, with practice, it just became easier. And then once I put that practice in place, then I was able to go a lot deeper, which again, it's all about connecting with yourself. And I find that these are the 3 essential things to start your day in the best possible way, to really start in an empowering position, and then do it again the next day and just make it as part of your routine.
I love that, Amy. And it's true that if we can start high, we stay high. So to begin that day with affirmations, I actually begin with gratitude because I just love gratitude. So, but yes, to start the day high, then you actually continue that way. And I don't know, Amy, did you know that the neuroscience is in now that 9 minutes is all that you need to show a chemical change, a chemical difference in the brain of meditation. So you don't need to have a 30-minute meditation. It doesn't need to be an hour. 9 minutes or more will create the chemical change in the brain so that you can be more, have more, do more, share more than you ever have before. I love it. And you know, Amy, that I'm a huge fan of journaling. It's what's helped me through my process. It allows you to be your own coach and review and see where you are and how you can move forward. So I love that, Amy. Fantastic. It's so good to see that we're on the same page there. And a morning routine, well, it's the one thing that we don't have when we're not in a good place, is it? We just, we struggle to get out of bed if we do. And there's all of those things that happen in our heads and the language that we use to not support ourselves. So like these are the opposite of what we were doing beforehand to get us into that space. So I love that, Amy. I love that. Excellent. Oh, we've got some lovely comments. Excellent, powerful morning routine. Thanks for sharing, Amy. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that name looks familiar. I do believe he's going to be one of our guest speakers at the very next Speakers Tribe in South Australia. So, yes, it's nice to see him here and showing his support. Well done, Amy. That's fantastic. So you offer a one-to-one service. You offer an in-person. Is it in-person or everything's on Zoom?
Everything's on Zoom at the moment. I do have an office in Adelaide, so can see people locally in Adelaide. But other than that, it's all on Zoom, and it works so well. I've got clients in America, Canada, Sydney, Melbourne, and Zoom's just great. So
it is. Zoom is fantastic. I absolutely love it. And all of the other variations on Zoom as well. Now we have so many of them. I love it. So you offer one-to-one services and you offer one-to-many services, and most of them are done on Zoom. If you're local to Adelaide, you can see Amy in the flesh, which I highly recommend. I saw Amy in the flesh just recently, and it's a very pleasant experience, just saying. So I'd love to have a quick conversation about your participation in the Healing Through Love, the recent Pamper Day. Like, what did you see at that event? And for people that are listening, what could you tell them, share with them that would empower them to want to step up and come in to such an environment?
Yeah, definitely. It was a really special event to be part of, and I found the energy there was very warm and welcoming, caring, and friendly. Everyone was so approachable, and it was such an amazing event to be part of, and I really feel honoured to be part of it. I definitely can't wait for next year, and I will be doing my best to get the word out and encourage people to come along and just relax and enjoy a day of pampering. Yeah.
We would so much love to have you in that space for next year as well. It would be such a joy and a privilege to have you there. Yeah, I love that. Now, would you be open to sharing? I understand that you've got a special offer today for our listeners. Could you share the special offer for our listeners today?
Yes, of course. So my offer that I'd love to share with the listeners is 25% off either the group coaching program or the healing program, which is offered in one-on-one sessions as well. So that's what I would love to share with the listeners, and thank you.
That's lovely. Thanks, Amy. And thanks, Rose, for making sure that goes up in the chat and the details go in the post so people can access it. That's fantastic. So it's been an interesting journey for you, Amy, moving through and out the other side. Was there a moment in time that happened for you that was the trigger for you to move forward? Was there something that happened that helped you push yourself out of that situation so that you could start the journey of healing on the other side?
After I left, or escaped rather, like I said, I thought, that was it. But it felt like things just got so much worse after that. So the next 5 years were really difficult. And it wasn't until I had another relationship, and that broke down. I ended up at my parents' place, and in the same bedroom I had when I was 16. And I just remember I was sitting on my bed scrolling through good old Facebook, and up came an ad for a free seminar about breaking the mold. So I thought, what have I got to lose? Like, let's just go. It resonated with me. And then I got into the course that the facilitator was offering, and did another one. And I just really connected with the message and learning about the neurological side and really finding out more about healing. And that's when my healing journey began. And ever since then, it's just been on the way up. So it's been an amazing experience. And I kept doing the coaching program, not knowing what what I would do with it or how I would actually use it. I was very busy in my career, so I'm incredibly grateful that I am able to use all of the skills and learnings that I've got over the last few years from going through these courses. And I've had 3 coaches myself, and I just feel like I've got all of this knowledge, and I really want to share and impact people, really help their healing journey.
It's so beautiful. And there's a different level of understanding when you're communicating with a coach that's been through the process rather than someone that's just read it in a book or started it at uni. There's a different level of empathy that comes with it, and a lived experience which you can't purchase. That it's something that you have to pay the price of going through that. And as a survivor, as all the girls who work with Healing Through Love are, is that we wear it like almost a badge of honor to say that we've been through it, and now we know from a heart space that we can help make a difference for others. And Amy, you belong to that club of girls who've been through and have survived and are now thriving, and we're now warriors so that we can show others the light that they can step into and move forward. And you have gone that next step, and you provide a service for these people to be able to join us and follow the light and be everything that the inside of them wants them to be. And that little voice that they're too afraid to say.
Yeah, and I totally agree with the fact, actually going through the experience, and I wanted to use my experience not for nothing. There was so many different areas that I was exposed to, which, including psychological, emotional, verbal, financial, physical, narcissism, alcoholism. And with all of that breadth of experience, I'm now able to relate and really help people. So I find that when people get in touch with me, I do a lot on social media, on Instagram and Facebook, a lot around education, awareness, mindset, and motivation. And people come to me, and after their first message, the majority just say, I feel so alone. My friends and family, they don't understand. So I actually wrote a book, and I find that getting my message out about my story, it helps people relate. As a survivor, not just that, but also the friends and family who don't understand or can't see their perspective. So I found that to be to really be powerful and helpful as well.
That's fantastic. And I understand that you're also doing a retreat as well, Amy. Is that right?
Yes. It's a mini retreat on Saturday, this coming Saturday. So it's for 3 hours, and there's it'll be 3 parts. So there's mindset mastery, there's yoga flow, and there's also a lovely guided meditation. I've been able to collaborate with these 2 amazing powerhouse women, and we're all very aligned and very heart-centered, and it'll just be an amazing event. I can't wait.
Oh, fantastic. Amy, how do people find out about that? Have you shared that information with Rose so we can share it with the universe?
Yes, I believe that should be. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Like, Rose is so much.
Onto it.
You know what? It's like she thinks about it ahead of time. She's got it all sorted, and she reads our minds.
Yes,
She's
clearly.
So good. She's so good. So yes, so when you're interested to attend this, it'll be an amazing event. Can I ask you what the price point is?
Yes, so that one is $99. And the theme of this one is let go and heal. So it's very relevant for all the listeners. And we're wanting to do this as a monthly event. So we'll just do a different theme each month. And I really love to put it out there for people who are in need of self-love, especially domestic violence survivors. I think just having that monthly thing to look forward to, give yourself some self-love And by doing yoga and meditation and some mindset insight, I think, what better way to connect with yourself?
I love it. Amy, thank you as always. It's been a privilege and pleasure to spend quality time with you here in Healing Through Love show. I'm looking forward to a continued relationship, working with you closely here in Adelaide and having you back for our next Pamper Day. And thank you so much. I look forward. You're also going to be a guest speaker at the Speakers Tribe, I understand, in Adelaide. So we're looking forward to having you share the stage and share your story there. Thank you so much, Amy. Bye for now.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Bye, Amy. And as Amy leaves, we've got Rose joining us back because we wanted to have a very quick conversation about what's happening. Hi, Rose.
Hello.
Oh, Amy's wonderful. We love listening to you.
She's brilliant. Oh my
She's
God.
like a breath of fresh air, isn't
She
she?
certainly is.
And it was so lovely to have her at the Pamper Day. And if you're sitting here listening and thinking, oh, Pamper Day, did I miss it? Well, you just missed the one for May, but we have another one coming up. We're just looking for a location. And that brings us to, we're looking for sponsors. If you want to make a difference in this area and you don't have a service to provide, but you're a survivor yourself and you really want to pay it forward, we are looking for sponsors to help us move forward for our next event here in Adelaide. We're also looking for people who are exhibitors that offer a particular type of service. Any service, it can be a hand massage, neck and shoulder massage, it can be any type of physical therapy, hair, makeup, whatever it is, as long as it's something pampering. We're looking for new exhibitors for our upcoming event. And then if either of those don't work, we are actually putting together pamper packages for ladies who are in the throes of it happening, where we turn up with goodie bags filled with everything that a woman needs, personal items, and we get that to the people that see these girls in the front line as they're actually literally escaping. So if you can help with any one of those three areas, we would love to hear from you. And Rose, you've got something exciting happening in Tassie.
Yes. I am organising a retreat for men. Now, we know through our Pamper Days that men have been asking in Adelaide, when are we Healing Through Love going to be doing something for men? So, because Healing Through Love is now in Tassie, I've decided that our first event will be a retreat for men. And I'm actually having a conversation with a gentleman in a day or so who is going to give me some ideas about what kind of activities men would like to participate in. And it will be a weekend retreat. So it will be, somewhere beautiful, obviously. Won't be in a hotel, but it'll be probably out the bush somewhere where you can, yell your heads off and do whatever it is that you like. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to finding out some more information. And that will be posted on our page and it'll be shared everywhere so that, men can become involved in that.
I love it. So like and follow Healing Through Love. We've got a page. We've also got lots of information. And we've got a website as well. So follow our website and also get on our email list so that we can send you updates of our upcoming events and all of the other beautiful bits of information. We've got spotlights on each of the people that have been working with us through the last Pamper Days. So they'll be coming out. And we've got videos and so much more. So stay tuned and stay connected. And just at the last minute, I'd like to thank our amazing sponsors. I'd like to thank My Time TV and the app Be Live. Without their support, without what they do for us, we wouldn't even be able to put on this show. So they support us and they support Healing Through Love and everything that we do to shift awareness in and around domestic and family violence. So thank you, Be Live, and thank you, My Time TV, for supporting us in our journey. Rose, if there's anything else to add?
No, I think the Pamper Day was brilliant. From what I understand, everyone had a magnificent time. The exhibitors just enjoyed pampering, and the ladies that attended their life was changed just even for a day. It was just so welcoming. So as Amy said, it was welcoming, it was warm, and it's a place to thrive. So yeah.
So true. Thank you so much for joining us again. We have another fabulous show next week. We look forward to having lunch with us next Tuesday. It's bye from myself and Rose and Ali, who couldn't be here today, but bye for now.